Our stories, our community. This is Local 5 News with Tom Zalaski, Aaron Davison, and Chief Meteorologist Luke Sampe.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We start with weather coverage as we're expecting snow overnight in the area.
Chief Meteorologist Luke Sampe joins us from the Weather Center with more details. Luke?
Aaron, Tom, this is not going to be a huge amount of snow whatsoever, but it's going to come at a poor time right through the morning commute. And it could be just enough to make for some slippery travel through especially, let's say, 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. So you can see we got snow beginning to push in southwest of the valley. Oshkosh, maybe a few flurries right now with extensive snow coverage then back through southwestern Wisconsin in the form of some snow and flurries, and then it extends also right back up through the Twin Cities. So this is what's going to be moving in overnight tonight. The schedule on this is looking like after midnight for most of us here through Green Bay and the Fox River Valley and over to the lakeshore, and lasting up and through probably late morning or midday for tomorrow. Batch of light snow, expect that for the morning commute, and it's going to be minor in terms of amounts, and then eventually some evening drizzle or mist as temperatures warm up. Here's the latest run of our high-resolution model. We just ran this here moments ago. You can see under an inch, so this is not going to be a huge amount. Again, it's just kind of the nuisance timing of this here for the morning commute. Remember, if you have not downloaded our Storm Team 5 weather app, you can do that by searching Storm Team 5 in the App Store or Google Play. Completely free for you there. We'll let you know when to expect highs near 40 again in the area's most accurate forecast in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Luke. Brand new tonight at 10, the Shawano County Sheriff's Department is searching for the person who not only hit and killed a local family's kangaroo, but also rolled over the foot of the man who tried to save the pet.
Local 5's Robin O'Guigne talked to the family about their loss and why they hope this driver is found, and she joins us live now from the studio with the details. Robin.
Tom, Aaron, the Mondes family reported their beloved Lulu, the kangaroo, went missing Sunday. A friend and neighbor spotted Lulu still alive around 7:30 last night, but when he tried to stop the oncoming car, that car hit him in the shoulder and then struck Lulu. You can say the Mondes family has their own miniature zoo, or a furry family of 75.
Put your ears up. Don't be scared.
But now a member of that family is gone.
I talked to her right before we went out, and I says, Lulu and Olaf, that's the other one's name, I said, this is going to be your last trip outside for the summer because it's getting too cold and you can't go outside no more.
Lulu was a baby, but was still able to escape the 4-foot enclosure she was in.
This is where they
The Mondeses say proper confines is what allows them to have an exotic animal license from the USDA.
Never had in a million years would I had thought she would have jumped that. Of course, some kangaroos, big kangaroos can, but being a baby and having her live in the house, she has never challenged heights. She has never jumped on a chair, on my lap, on the bed, anything like that. She was not a jumper.
That was Sunday, but neighbors spotted Lulu alongside the road Tuesday night. He pulled over and flashed his lights as he saw Lulu running toward him, but he couldn't get the oncoming truck to slow down.
It is heart-wrenching and heartbreaking, and it hurts my heart that my baby that I raised forever is gone. But at the same time, I am only too thankful that these two people who really tried to help could have been hurt severely.
Usually you warm my bottle. That's a cold bottle.
For now, Olaf is missing his best friend, which the family might replace.
You know, she keeps wondering, am I going to get another one? Am I not going to get another one? Yeah, we'll get another one.
But if anything good comes from Lulu's loss, it's this advice.
Pay attention and slow down. This is not the community to step on your gas and see how fast your truck goes.
The vehicle that hit Lulu is described as a light-colored truck driven by a woman. If you have any information about what happened, you're asked to contact the Shawano Sheriff's Office. In the studio, Robin O'Guigne, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Robin. Other news tonight, the Wisconsin DOT held a meeting in Menasha this evening to let residents know about plans to replace the Racine Street Bridge. Dozens attended this public involvement meeting at Butamore Elementary School. The DOT answered questions, showed plans for the new bridge, and gave a timeline for construction and how it will affect traffic in the area. Road construction is expected to start in 2020, with the new bridge completed by 2022.
The new bridge will be safer. It will move traffic. The two roundabouts on either side will move traffic through the intersections. It will accommodate pedestrians in the downtown area, and it'll make the downtown area much more inviting area in Menasha.
The DOT will have the design and plans for the bridge uploaded onto their website sometime either tomorrow or Friday. And for a link to those DOT plans, you can head to our website, wearegreenbay.com.
Keeping it local tonight, a popular Christmas light display draws thousands of people to Kaukauna for the holidays. It's called the Kaukauna North Pole, located at 830 Rusty Court, and has been there for years. But because of neighbor complaints, city leaders want the display moved to a new location. Troy Campbell creates the festive display, which he says brings a lot of joy to local children and families.
But when you got this much at stake, and this many families who depend on you for spiritual and for just their children to have a good time and all the other aspects, it's like you can't let them down.
Campbell meets with the mayor tomorrow morning to talk about plans to move the holiday display elsewhere next year. And for more on this story and others, follow our social media platforms. Just search WFRV Local 5.
Turning now to Oshkosh News, where the police department is finding a way to use its empty jail space on the second floor. Officer Kate Mann has turned the space into what she calls Santa's workshop. In addition to a variety of Christmas decorations, the workshop contains gifts that have been donated by community members, which will be distributed to those in need for Christmas.
It means so much to us because when we see people that are in need or having a really bad night, when we go and take different calls, that we have some resources to give them.
The variety of gifts includes stuffed animals, sports equipment, and winter clothing.
In other local news, an update on the investigation
into the man accused of having hazardous chemicals in his house on Green Bay's west side. 38-year-old Michael Anderson faces several charges, including disorderly conduct, criminal damage to property, and drug possession. Hundreds of beakers and glass jars filled with white powdery substance were found inside the home. The state said in court today that no criminal complaint had been filed because the investigation is ongoing and fairly complex. A forensic analysis has been done on Anderson's phone and computer, which revealed a search history on methamphetamine and pseudoephedrine. Two substances found tested for explosives tested positive for meth as well. The state has until next Wednesday to file a criminal complaint.
In Wisconsin news tonight, investigators in Barron County continue to hold out hope that they will find Jamie Kloss, who disappeared 44 days ago. Signs of that hope: a holiday tree dedicated to the 13-year-old is located inside the Barron County Justice Center. The clerk of court says it was a group effort to get all the decorations together. The sheriff says the tree symbolizes hope, which fuels their search for Jamie every day.
That is what we've been running on. That's what we've been refueling on every morning when we come to work. And we go through the tips saying, I think there's a tip out there that will help us. I hope there's a tip out there. We run on hope right now, and that's what this tree symbolizes. And it just brings a smile to my face. Investigators follow up on tips every day.
News now from our D.C. bureau, where the White House is calling on Congress to spend $5 billion on a border wall. The president says unless Congress coughs up the money, another government shutdown may be inevitable. Mark Meredith has more from Capitol Hill.
We have an opportunity in the next coming weeks to get a few more things done.
Outgoing House Speaker Paul Ryan says Republicans are running out of time to deliver on one of President Trump's biggest promises.
We want to secure our border.
Ryan says he supports the president's demand for $5 billion to begin building a border wall. The president says unless he gets the money, he may support a government shutdown next week. But so far, Democrats are showing no signs of giving in. Ohio Democratic Congressman Tim Ryan.
And the president promised the American people that if he built a wall, it was going to be paid for by Mexico, and he's going back on that promise.
Congress has already passed 5 of 12 spending bills for next year, meaning if there is a shutdown, it would only affect parts of the government, and many essential services would remain up and running. Senate Democrats say they're willing to spend $1.6 billion on border security, but the money should not go to building a wall. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham says that's not enough.
Secure the border is going to be a bottom line for the president.
Political expert Gary Nordlinger says a shutdown is not a sure bet.
If they end up with a government shutdown, that doesn't benefit anybody.
And in the end, the odds are on a compromise that will keep the government running. On Capitol Hill, I'm Mark Meredith.
Thank you, Mark. There is a new leader at Washington Middle School.
And a new approach to solving behavioral problems at the school. One technique, a mindfulness room. You'll see it after the break.
And the GB men's basketball team was in action at the Resch against Northern Illinois tonight. Sports has highlights of that game later on.
We have some light snow on the way for later tonight, just enough to cause some slippery spots for the morning commute, followed by a mini warm-up. Along we'll have highs near 40 in the forecast coming up next.
You're watching Local 5 News with Tom Zalaski and Aaron Davison.